Okay, so I have this big wad of fabric. What I want to do is find the end. This is the end I just sewn on. You Google and you can find whatever you want on the internet. So if you were to Google jelly roll quilt, strip quilt, they're going to tell you, most of them are going to say cut 18 inches off. All right. So I get an approximate 18 inches, and now we're just going to want to throw that piece away. And what this does is where you've joined them, it's going to put these pieces more in the middle of your quilt instead of on the edge. You don't really want that, and it gives it a really nice effect. So this next step, what we're going to do is we're going to take these pieces now, and you're going to cut this corner off. Make sure you leave about 1/4 of an inch, okay? And so we're just going to go down through the whole strip, and you're going to snip them and clip them. All right, 1/4 of an inch. So go ahead and get that done, and we'll be back. I forgot one thing. Keep a hold of your end, maybe tuck it up. I'm going to tuck mine up underneath the sewing machine, okay? You want to keep your end. And as you're clipping it, if you can keep your fabric straight, okay, and keep it untwisted, that will help you out a lot in the end. And I'll show you why, so keep on snipping and clipping. So now that we've got all of the pieces clipped, I can put the two pieces together now, and we're going to want to sew a 1/4 inch seam all the way down. So we're going to join our one long strip that we have together and make it shorter. This is another thing that I love painter tape for. It makes a great guide. We're just going to start sewing that 1/4 inch seam. When it comes to the seams that we just clipped, I like to make sure that they're all being sewn in the same direction. It will keep you from having lumps when you put the three pieces together. So like this seam, we're going to make sure they're all sewn in the same direction. Okay, so even the one underneath, I'm going to make sure my finger keeps a hold of, finds it, keeps a hold of it, and then it's going to be stitched down. Go ahead and start stitching your one long strip together. Here we go. Where are you? Wait. There you are. I told you we'd have one big pile. I'm almost done here. Just on the last little bit of this strip. And we've done our best keeping all of our angled seams down, being sewn in one direction. Let's see if I twist it or not. The question of the day. No, I did not. Yay! Okay, I want a gold star. So we're to the end. ta-da, there you have it. All right. And now what we're going to do is we're going to cut this end. Where are my scissors? I don't know where my scissors went. So we're going to cut this end, open this up. Okay. And now we have two of these sewn together, and we're going to want to do the same thing. So we're going to join this end with the other end, which I forgot to put up underneath my sewing machine. So now I have to go through this big long thing and try to find the end. There it is. All right. So you'll open them up. Put the right sides together. And now just do the same thing. Sew all the way to the end, 1/4 inch seam. And you're going to want to remember to keep an eye on your diagonal seams so they all get sewed in the same direction. And now what I mean this time is this one's sewn this direction, so you're going to want to make sure that it's sewn like this. If it gets sewn like this, then you're going to end up with this lump in your quilt, and it just doesn't look good, and it actually just kind of drives me nuts. So make sure that you try, do your best to try to keep these all going in the same direction, okay? And we'll see you back here when I'm done with this one. Okay, so we're coming to the end of our second row, and I have a twist here. So, not to worry. I'm going to, this is a big twist too. So I'm just going to pull the fabric as tight as I can, and I'm just going to cut it. I mean, I'll trim the edge later. I'm going to make sure our last little angled seam is in there. Okay, so now what I can do is just straight cut that off. And here we're starting to look good. So we're going to want to turn around and do the same thing. We'll sew this end, we'll pull it up to the opposite end and sew again. It's going to start, the length is going to start getting shorter to sew, and it's going to start getting wider now really quick. We've already got four rows on here. So the next seam we'll put 8 there, and then you can start judging on how long you want to make. If you're making like a baby blanket or a full-size twin, now you'll start getting to judge the width and the size that you're going to want to make your quilt. So I'm going to go ahead and square this off, match up my ends, and start again.